Hey guys, it's the guy back with another Alara block draft, and there are some white cards here. Let's see, there's Knight of the White Orchid, which, I mean, it's fine. Paragon and the Amisha, Aven Trailblazer, Blood Cultist, Hushblade, Border Post, Knight of the Skyward Eye, a couple of knights, and Mastodon. I think it's a lot of white cards. This one's 5-color. This one's Grixis Jund. This one's Jundaya. I think I might just take the Cultist here and ship all the white. I mean, they're all fairly close power level. I could take the Hushblade too, but I'm going to take the Cultist here. I'm not sure if that's right. It's been a while. We get a Renegades. That's cool. I don't mind going Grixis. Don't mind going Jund. Renegades is pretty awesome, just in general. Take out a Border Post. Take out Cormorants, whatever you want to call them. It just really good in this format in general. Probably not quite as good as Scrap Melter is in Scars, but it's close. It's actually really close. But yeah, we're just going to take that here. Notable cards are Welkin Guide, Cavern Thoktar, the Cyclers. It's a fairly weak pack in general. Like, Wargate's mediocre at best. Flurry of Wings is meh. Thought Cutter Engine's not very good. Demonic Dread is unplayable. Mage Fire Wings. But yeah, we'll take the Renegades here. And there's Gleam, Grixis Panorama, Kasali Pride Mage, and Sidraxis Alchemist. Yeah. Like, Pride Mage, Skyward Eye Prophets isn't bad either. But Bant is not where I'm looking. This is Grixis, this is Naya. Also, I mean, I could splash Cultist, or I could splash Renegades, if I wanted to go one of those, but I think it's safer to take the Panorama here. They're both quite solid. Not quite Mana War, but close. But if you're splashing blue, I think it's Panorama or Pride Mage. Pride Mage is good for a lot of the same reasons that Renegades is, but we'll take the Panorama. Fixing is always never unusable. Here we have Nicottle, Wretched Banquet, Foil Anathemancer, and the Falcons here. I think we're going to take... it's actually fairly close between Falcons, whatever, and Nicottle. Let's just take the Nicottle. I think even if we are Jund, we'll play that. So, a Hushblade, and an Ember Weaver, and a Rockslide Elemental, and Traumatic Visions, and I guess Silence. But we're going to take the Ember Weaver here. It's good no matter what. Scepter, Fugue, Border Post, Zombie Outlander, Bone Splinters. I think we're just going to take the Border Post here. It's foil. There's also a Scepter, but going Border Post into Blade is just awesome. Sojourners is close here. So is Scepter. Scourge Devil isn't bad. Splinters isn't meh. We might table something out of this pack. Just every one of these cards is not, or save the swamp is playable. So we'll get something back. What it is questionable though. And in this pack, jeez. Yoke of the Damned is close to playable. Sigil of 9 Gods is also close to playable. Tukatung Thallid. We'll take the Yoke. It's not something I want to play, but it's... Jeez. Molten Frame is good. Dragon Fodder is good. Crassin Squire is very good. Maybe we should go. Like, I'm gonna... kind of want to take this just on the off chance that white is open and we get something back next pick. It's significantly better than dragon fodder for sure. It's essentially a 2/2 for 1, and that with a coddle is just ridiculous. So, well, all of the white cards are gone, but Mastodon tabled, so that was probably should have been a dragon fodder, but well, that's odd. But I don't mind giving it up a dragon fodder for a chance to have a really good deck there. Glaze Fiend is probably the best card, but it's bad. So we'll take the Cycler in case we need cyclers. Craniosaurus isn't terrible if you're playing white. Like, if you can pump it twice, it's really hard to kill without like a Terminate or something. We don't really have anything pulling us to black either. I mean, Cultist is fine. And Counter Swall is okay. Yeah, let's actually take that. I don't really like Toxic Iguanar. So we have some good fixing. See, Relic isn't. That was probably the worst card in the pack, but it was not. It's definitely not unplayable, especially with Unearth and shit going around. I'd prefer not to main deck it, but so we'll probably not expect to see any white this way. But we also didn't pass like any black, and we took a lot of the good green-red. Save the crap load of Naya stuff from that first pack, which I guess could also be Bant or even Esper. Some of it, at least. And we open Glory of Warfare. It's not bad. It's not great either, but it's definitely playable. There's Druid, probably the worst Outlander, Valley Rennet, Tine Hollow Strix. So I think it's actually Druid, Valley Rennet, or Glory here. I mean, Glory, like I said, it's if you have enough creatures, it can be really good. I think I'd just rather take the Druid though. Valley Rennet I wouldn't fault anyone for, but I already have some green-red fixing and black-red, possibly blue fixing there. This helps if I do want to play white. It also ramps, but whereas this does not. And this is the worst Outlander. And yeah, there's a Strix and a Courier's Capsule, Suicidal Charge. But we'll take the Druid. Enlisted Worm, Crystallization. Savage Lands to Tower Gargoyle. I don't think I can take the Tower Gargoyle here. I mean, it's Savage Lands or a white card. Like, Enlisted Worm into Mastodon is pretty ridiculous. But I think I'm just going to go with the Savage Lands. I mean, none of this is going to table, unfortunately. But Savage Lands is awesome fixing. And we get Roxbrute, Macariators, Stormblade. It's close, if not the best blade. And there's also a Jund Panorama, but Roxbrute. 4-drops are rare in the format. And Sunai Drake or Sylvan Bounty. I could take a Pouncer as well. I mean, I'm pretty solid on fixing, but the Sunai Drake would be a splash-ish card. I think I just want and kind of shore up my black a little, or shore up that I'm playing black. And here we have Iguanar, Court Archers, Crasher, Thrash, Foil Armor Guard. Let's actually look at the cost sort. I don't really want to play you. This is not. Don't really want to play you. Not gonna play you. Yeah, let's just. I mean, I could take the Crasher. But I think Iguana is gonna be better. I might table one of those 3 cards, which would be awesome. One of the 3 other black or green, red, Jundish cards. But we'll take the Iguana here. The Courier's Capsule, a Scale Borrower, and a Strix. Let's just hate the Strix here. It's the best card, so. Ugh, jeez, what are these cards still doing here? Cavern Thoctor is fine. Ridge Ranit's okay. Like, even Airy Mystics is a 3/3 for 5. Or 3/3 flyer for 5, so it's not bad, but Cavern Thoctor is just a big dude. And Valley Ranit, that's awesome. We'll take that. I mean, early game it fixes your mana, late game it's essentially a Ridge Ranit. So, I mean, the 3 toughness is, like, there's a bunch of 3s that make it a little more awkward. And we're gonna take this. Do not like this card. That's Quenchable Fire can be played, but Suicidal Charge can just be a blowout against Bant decks. Alright, so I think we're pretty good on fixing right now. I don't remember what I passed. Soon I drank. I passed it. We'll take the Kaleidostone Cycles for 2. And occasionally does other stuff. Meh. And we'll foil land. Lightning Talons can be played, but whatever. Foil lands, foil basics have a tendency to have a little bit of value. Wow! And Soulquake isn't. The rare is still there? Jeez. But yeah, Sylvan Bounty. All those are unplayable. But what I was saying was, I mean, foil lands for redemption have value, so that's why I took that there. Dominators isn't absolutely unplayable, it's just very, very close. Heretic. 2 Slave Drivers, Goblin Outlander, X-Cap, Colossal Might, Sojourner, Seaside Citadel. I think it's X-Cap or one of the Slave Drivers. I'm a big fan of Slave Driver. He's quite good. And as is Colossal Might. My dogs are arguing. Argument could be made for Outlander. Don't really have a whole lot of removal, so I think I'm going to go and hope one of the Slave Drivers table. Maybe Blightning or Colossal Might. I mean, there's enough cards in here that I can see one of them tabling, but I need removal, I think. Not Vine Paladin, Arcane Sanctum, Emberweaver, Bloodpire, and a Pride Mage, Resounding Silence. Speaking of removal, Bloodpire is mediocre removal. Can't take the Paladin here. It is quite good. It's not really the deck for it, anyways. Hang on, let me deal with my dogs. Alright. There's also a Strix, which I'm not taking, but it's worth noting. How many... Damn dogs. I think I'm just going to take the Bloodpire here. Emberweaver is very, very close. But I kind of want some removal. Jeez, Aven Squire. Knight of the Skyward Eye. There's a Dragon Soul Knight. Rupture Spire is pretty much awesome. There's also a Mastodon. How much fixing do I want? I mean, I really don't need that much, unfortunately. Like, That Rupture Spire is pretty awesome, but I think I just, like, I have 1, 2, 3 lands and 2 other fixers already, and then Druid also fixes. I mean, I do have 5 color fixing. I take the Dragon Soul Knight, but I think I'd rather just take the Mastodon. Fiery Fall. Speaking of removal, that also doubles as fixing. Slaughtermaster I'd definitely take. Blightning is solid. Border Post is a Border Post, but we'll take the Fiery Fall. Catteric Leviathan, eh? Elf 2-drop. Excommunicate's good in the archetype. Catteric Leviathan isn't bad, but I think we're just going to take the 2-drop here. Jeez. What? I mean, I shipped so much ridiculous white. This stuff should not still be here. Resounding Wave's okay. Cumberstone's overrated. And we're just going to take the Gleam so someone else doesn't have it. We're not going to play it. And here we have, like, nothing for us. We'll just rare draft / possibly play this. If we had more stuff with first strike, like another Ember Weaver or something, it might be solid, but you never know. Bant, Sureblade, Ambusher, jeez. Even these are ridiculous cards to still be here, considering all the white I passed. Dragon Fodder's bear, essentially. I think I just want the Wildly Attack, go big dude plan. Geez, Naya Sojourners. But we'll take the Colossal Might. It's pretty much amazing. We're gonna take the Grixis Sojourners. I think it's, for decks that play it, it's better than Bant Sojourners. So, like, it trades with Roxbrute and Wildly Attack right off, and Mastodon. Yeah, it does get eaten by Bloodpire, but I mean, it's really good. It's underrated, I think. So we need what? We're running Kaleidostone and Relic at this point. Not really that exciting. Dragon Soul Knight. That's best card there. It is, I mean, with a Kaleidostone and the fact that I now have 2 first strikers, I don't know. God Toucher's terrible. Tortoise Formation, I guess, is the best card there. If I had taken that Rupture Spire, that might be more exciting, but 2/2 first strike for 3 isn't terrible. So I have 3 lands, so I need to make 1 more cut. It's going to be one of the artifacts, or Suicidal. Actually, I think it's going to definitely be one of the artifacts. Quite a Spike plus Blood Cultist, though. Actually, yeah, we're going to cut one of the artifacts. So we're a solid green-red deck, splashing black for Charge, Sunai Drake, and Blood Cultist. And makes Nacatl a little bit worse since we're not playing white. But it makes Ember Weaver better, because we have Border Posts, and let's see what else. Yeah, Blood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't remember taking my last card, but okay. We got a bunch of red permanents to go with that. What did I take over the? I took Iguana or something. Maybe Savage Island. Took something over another Ember Weaver that would have been nice, but let's get these lands over here. I think we're gonna leave Relic in the sideboard for right now. I forget what we took Tsunai Drake over. But, and I think there was an argument over it. And I think this deck definitely could have gone in a different direction. Especially if I hadn't first picked the Blood Cultist. But having Death Touch plus Blood Cultist is pretty good. And a couple of first strikers. And it makes this a very expensive Terminate. There's 23. This can go down here. I try not to cycle Fiery Fall. I would prefer to use it as removal, but it can be. Suicidal Charge to run into my big dudes. Do have one flyer. I mean, I could go on a pretty aggro start. Like, Nicodle into Mountain, into like either Druid into Tsunai Drake, or Nactyl into Selene off into like Renegades or Ember Weaver. Or it's definitely it's not a bad deck. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's got potential. Kaleidostone plus Dragon Soul Knight, you know, a one-time turn me into a dragon. Even just threatening it is pretty big. Like, sit back on defense with these two, and there's not a whole lot anybody can do. Would have liked to get some more removal, but I guess Cultist, Fiery Fall, Blood Pyre, Suicidal Charge, Renegades-ish. X-Cap is going to have to do. So, where are my black cards? So I have 4 black cards. Yeah, well, no need of blue. Let's look at color. If I can move this stuff. Alright, black, red, green, red fixing, green fixing. So, green, red, black, black, red fixing, black, red. So I'm definitely heaviest green. This adds green. It doesn't add black. I think I want to go... I also have Savage Lands, which is perfect fixing, and Grixis Panorama, which adds those two. And then, so red should be covered. I'm gonna toss these in there, and we'll call it a day.